crazy awesome for that game. We're going to jump off to eBloodyCandy with Bishoujo. I'm going to say Sailor Moon R. I'm not going to say this in Japanese or anything because I'm not pretty fluent in saying it anyway. So we're going to jump off right away with eBloodyCandy.
Alright, I got word that I am live. Sweet. Hello everybody. Welcome to Sailor Moon R. I am eBloodyCandy. I hope you guys have been enjoying Bad Game-a-thon so far. So we're going to do Sailor Moon R. This game is about 7 minutes if you don't die. If you die about 4 times, it's about 7.5 minutes. So let's get started here. So we're going to do arcade mode normal, so we have to choose the top right option. And then Usagi here is going to tell us or ask us which one we want to do. We want to do normal. And we're going to choose the best sailor, which is Ray. And we are starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So this game is actually really hard. It's basically just running and jumping over a lot of enemies. The music, you'll probably hear about 3, maybe 4 different songs this entire time. Each heart is 1 hit point collected. Unlike Castlevania, hearts are health and not power-ups, which is really unfortunate. There are a couple power-ups we will want to take along the way. Hearts being one of the more important ones. And then once we get through later into the stages, we can get some cake, which fills up our entire health bar no matter where we are. There are 2 different difficulties to this game. There's a normal and a hard difficulty. The only difference between the 2 is that hard difficulty takes away 4 of your hit point notches, and that's absolutely it. You're gonna get these weird cutscenes here from like the Phantom of the Opera guy, and the first like 2 or 3 bosses are gonna throw down a rose. What that rose does is it gives you a 1-up, so it's pretty impossible to game over in this game. And coming up in this next stage, once we kill the cat lady here, once we kill her, we're getting to the stage here where there's a bunch of elevators, and for the life of me, I'm the only one to ever recreate these or do them. But I have been able to do screen wraps and vertical zips in this stage. No one knows how I can do it. I don't even know how I can do it, but I can do it sometimes, like once every like 10 runs. What else is there? So this stage here is pretty much just run and jump up. Talking about the controls a little bit, the controls aren't awful, but the corner jumping is actually pretty bad. You have to give yourself some padding, otherwise your sailor is just going to fall right off of the edge, and that's going to be all that she wrote for a while. Most things in this game, they do damage, but not enough damage to care, and at the end of stage 2 you get a cake anyway, so it doesn't matter. So now going into this stage here, this guy's going to drop some barrels on us, and we kind of just don't care. In normal mode bosses, we kind of just tank everything and just wait for them to fall over. This guy's going to jump up over us a couple times. He thinks he's Goku shooting those fireballs out. Basically, the lore of this game is just like in Barbie games. Like all of the this is like the Barbie of Japan. So all of the Barbies in the previous Barbie block have joined together in a 5 person group, and their sole purpose is to battle the bad fashion of Japan. So, and each one shoots different projectiles. Ray shoots doves. Usagi spits out acid from her mouth. Mako shoots like these weird daggers from her chest. I forgot what the other 2 shoot out. I don't ever play with the other 2, so. Another mechanic to this game is the jumping. Obviously, if you have a platform, you need to jump a little bit. The jumping is pretty floaty. There's a chance that the next stage I will just accidentally jump over a platform and die, just because I can't really control my jumping all too well in this game. Another fun fact is at the end of these stages, there's going to be a person that runs behind me, like her, and one of them's going to drop me a cake that we desperately need in this stage. Thank you. Because this is probably the hardest boss in the game. So this boss here is, she's going to do some kicks, and she's going to throw some potion bottles at you. The kicks are not are not the things to worry about. It's the potion bottles. The potion bottles do 2 damage to you every time they hit you. So if you actually go into this fight without missing 4 hit points already, you're just going to die unless you're just a pro at dodging the potion bottles. So here we make sure she's okay, and now we're into I don't know, we're getting close towards the end of the game, to be fair. So here, the whole concept of walls and ceilings is just a mere concept in itself. You'll see here coming up that we're just going to walk through a couple walls and just jump through a ceiling. Like that cake right there. Oh, I didn't get the cake. That's too bad. Reset the run, guys. We didn't get the cake. Those spike drops on hard difficulty, you cannot take a hit from them, but on normal, you just walk through them and just grab the heart anyway. And then here we have a couple walls, and the intended way is to jump up through there, but this game is really well programmed, and you kind of just walk through everything. So here we're getting towards the end of this stage. Here, these things typically just jump over and just walk through them. So now we have no more cutscenes. I don't know if they just ran out of money for the game or what. So here we have Swamp Thing hitting us in the back while we're gonna shoot this kid in the legs. If everything goes as planned, I'll have 2 hit points left after all this, and I will hopefully get killed right here for a double KO. Oh, ran out of time. So if you can double KO in a boss fight, it actually counts in favor for you, so you'll just move on to the next stage. So here we are in the final stage of the game. So here we get to ride some of these slow platforms. And make our way through probably one of the easiest stages in the game. So here we gotta jump up and get some hearts. Now we're full health again magically. That's what makes this game really hard to like die or game over in. It's not so much taking damage from everything and getting hit, it's just you accidentally jump over a platform and fall into a pit and die. Aside from that, you jump like you're on the moon. Everything that hits you is 1 to 2 health, and at the end of every stage you have a chance to get a cake which just fully heals you. Game is pretty pacifist. You really don't kill all too much except for the bosses towards the end. So here we have the final boss of the game. I don't remember this in Sailor Moon lore. I don't remember a guy throwing out trash balls or hair balls around the screen. So here we're just going to sit here with Ray and just shoot doves into him until he just falls over. There is a trick to this guy where if you can time your shots right when he jumps up, you can knock him right back down again. But the timing is pretty short. And that is time. So 6:36. That's actually a PB for me by like 10 seconds. So, but that is Sailor Moon R. Here we get Usagi saying, "Hey, good job, you did the thing," and then we get this beautiful black screen, which I have no idea what it even says. So that is Sailor Moon R. I hope you guys enjoy the run, and thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of Big Bad Game-a-thon.